Let's all go live in a Christmas movie where the bakery's saved and the snow falls smoothly.
All right, it's Heather and Darius, and we are back for our very last episode this year of 12 Days of Ugly Sweaters and Christmas Movie Tropes, where we are with zero budget, zero sponsors, and not enough time to actually do this, reviewing 12 of the new movies from the 2025 Christmas Hallmark holiday movie season. And today we are reviewing We Met in December. Ah, super cute, great settings. And this has to have your heart, Darius, because so much of it took place in Chicago.
No doubt, Chicago is my heart. And I'm sure all of my friends that see this movie are going to think of me because they know Christmas and Chicago. That those two things just make me happy. And this one to me, uh, being in Chicago and realizing how there are so many people. We've got a character named Dave and a character named Annie, right? And they are trying to find each other in a city the size of Chicago with nothing but these common, typical first names. But of course, it makes for a wonderful love story, perfect Christmas romance. Yeah, yeah. What are your thoughts on it?
I also loved it. I loved that they were so taken up with each other and they just knew they were seeing each other again on this flight that they were supposed to share back to
Yeah,
Chicago, that
yeah,
they just didn't get last names and they didn't get phone numbers. They were just so present in the moment.
yeah,
I mean, I like to think in that situation, I probably would have still been like, hey, just in case, like, let's exchange information. But they didn't, right? And obviously there'd have been no plot without that. But the way it happened, it was because you're seeing in the flashbacks this time they spent together, it was actually just kind of believable, right?
yeah,
Like great chance meeting, super cute, and at least they dealt with that fact super realistically when they got back, and they did think of all the things to try to narrow it down to find each other, right?
yeah.
But like you said, I mean, all you've got is the first name in a city the size of Chicago. Even all the social media hacks and the PI sleuthing in the world
Mm-hmm.
is going to be really hard,
Right,
so um
right.
super cute, lots of cute settings, lots of the relational dynamics like with the friends.
Yeah.
Super cute, the and so here's the nitpicky thing, right? I loved the movie, don't get me wrong, but here's the nitpicky thing. Like the dress that she made with her grandmother, and then
Uh-huh.
she talked about here's this second one that we designed that I never got to finish. Like, that looks like the same as the first one. Like, how is, I don't understand. It's
And
like the same
he
dress.
mentioned that too when when he recognized that it was a good thing that it
Yeah.
looked that same way. So that worked its way into an explanation, so kind of let that one go. Um,
Yeah.
and one of the things that I liked most about it is, we like the idea of adventure. And that's why people enjoy scavenger hunts and escape rooms and things like that. And so when we learned that they had shared so much about themselves in one night of just talking to each other in a hotel lobby and bar and thing, that they literally went on this hunt for each other. Well, she said that she likes to go to this coffee shop, and he said that he does this, and the way that they are truly trying to put all these things together on a hunt for each other. Add that little bit of adventure to the story, and that made it even better for me.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty great.
Yeah.
So, I just have to ask you, and I think it's not real, but Margie's Kettle, that's not a real place,
It's
right?
nothing I've ever heard of. No,
Okay.
it's nothing and I'm very, 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 very familiar with Chicago, but I've never heard of that.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
I was just waiting for them to work in like real places, and so it looked like one of those places where they just had put like a layover sign, over
Yeah.
whatever the real place was. But
Yeah.
I just thought I'd ask just for the heck of it,
Mm-mm.
because there's so much they could have done, right? Like, what is it? Portillo's, right? Portillo's with
Yeah,
the
Portillo's,
chocolate
hot
cake.
dogs, hamburgers, shakes, chocolate cake.
Yeah, I'm sitting there going, "Hey, where's the Portillo's placement for
Yeah,
this? Where
yeah,
like you could have
yeah,
done so much with Chicago, but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
great setting. And I don't know where they were specifically supposed to be, where they had that layover where the flight got canceled, but that
Yeah.
was a great little setting too at that hotel.
It was pretty. It was very
Yeah,
pretty,
it was so
elegant.
pretty,
Yeah.
very much. It kind of reminded me of like, well, not really like the Biltmore or the Broadmoor, but like something in between. It was just idyllic. There's just no
And
other
you
word
know, they
for it.
made mention of that too, where they were expected to just be put up at the usual airport hotel, but there were no vacancies, and they were surprised that they were able to get something nicer to give them a place for their layover and their canceled flight. So, yeah, they even mentioned that so that we would understand, okay, well, why are they in this fancy hotel if they're traveling for business, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And all the near misses, right? Where they're looking for each
so
other and
many.
their paths are almost crossing and they're in the same place, and
Yeah,
but so yeah, it was good. It was a cute, sweet, solid story,
it
well
was.
resolved, had some little ancillary side story stuff going on, and even at a certain point they're both like, okay, well, I guess that's it, and I guess this person was just brought into my life to shift my perspective on like this one thing,
Right.
and then they were like trying to be okay with that.
Yeah, yeah.
um so it was pretty cool. So I am giving it a solid 4 peppermint
Okay.
swirl pops.
Wow, this you must have had a good nap before today's review because because you have never been so generous with your ratings before. But this will be my second of the season.
Woo, a 5.
This for me, for everyone who believes that there's no such thing and, kind of like falling in love and having that connection with someone the first time you meet them. I actually have two very good friends who have been married since 2018 now, and I was there when that happened. And I mean, just opening the door at the same time. And my friend comes home from work that day and was like, I don't know what it was. I can't explain it. And they ended up getting married and are happily married. So, again, if I can connect with a story and then it's
Mhm.
in Chicago, I can connect with the fact that you run into people that you hope to run into again, type thing. Um, this to me was a great, great Hallmark Christmas movie.
Yeah, you just made me think of so I'm not going to go into the whole story, but I will just tell you that when I initially met my current husband, it was in the process of me trying to track down someone else.
Wow.
Yeah, it was very, very, very long time ago. So that's a story I'll have to tell you sometime because it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
There's a whole little funny outcome to that. But all right, guys. So that is it. This is a wrap to this
Yeah.
season, which may be our only season of this limited run podcast, 12 days of ugly sweaters and Christmas movie tropes. I don't know if you had as much fun watching us as we had recording this and
Hope
watching
so.
the movies.
Hope
And we
so.
we certainly hope so, absolutely. But
Yeah.
if you didn't, also doesn't matter super much because we did this
Just
because it
did
was
this for
fun for
fun
us.
because without the camera, we still would have been doing this. We still would have had these conversations with each other about these Hallmark Christmas movies. So, but
Yeah,
it was
it just forced us to
fun to
stick
share.
to a specific schedule
It
and
did.
watch
It
a
did.
bunch of the same movies.
Yeah. Yeah, it did.
So, all right. Hey, thanks for tuning in, and may you all have a very, very joyful and Merry Christmas and holiday season.
Indeed.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Let's all go live in a Christmas movie where the bakery sailed down the snow falls smoothly. Trade the big city rush for a hometown glow. Under mistletoe magic, love will grow.